Good day, folks. I am doing a video today in honor of another video I did, which I expected maybe 25 people to find useful, and we're just about hitting 2,000 views on that, and it's the one about taking a blender and a strainer and making some crunk prep using medium grind kava, and that kind of response led me to think maybe I want to talk a bit about the crunk before everybody goes and gets all crunk all the time because crunk is wonderful and crunk is beautiful and crunk is special, but maybe we should talk about it a little bit before you know some untoward things might happen. I don't know, or maybe I just wanted to say what I felt about getting crunk appropriately. I'm going to get crunk while I do this. Now, I did not do a crunk prep. You can still get crunk simply by making strong kava, or you can make a particularly stronger version by adjusting your water ratios. Now, what I'm drinking today, and I'm just going to fill up my shell with a little bit more, shaking it up using vanilla ball, and it's Vanuaka. I suspect it is a Forney Industries kava. It tastes like one, and it's extremely strong and delicious. I made it full strength, which is guaranteed to make you crunk if you pop a shell or two. So that's what I'm going to do. I want to talk about why you would want to get crunk and why you would not want to get crunk on those occasions when you don't get crunk. Obviously, I'm never going to tell anyone that don't get crunk or the crunk is bad, because I'm getting crunk right now as I'm talking about the crunk. So, bula. That's really good. I mean, it tastes fantastic. It's super strong. It has a very, very heavy component, but in the beginning, you've got the euphoria, which is very, very nice. So as it hits, which it will over the next 2 minutes, I'm going to get into it a bit. Kava is a wonderful thing. It is a sacred plant kept by people for thousands and thousands of years. It's totally dependent upon humans for its own reproduction, and humans in many ways have become dependent on kava. It is a powerful medicine. It's sacred, part of ceremonies. It's part of religion. It's also fun. It's part of a fun culture of nakamals in the South Pacific, and increasingly nakamals in the United States. And if you ever get the chance to visit one, I would say go, and compare it to a bar, and I think you'll find it a lot more relaxing. And kava just a much better beverage than alcohol in terms of being able to sit around copacetically with friends and just relaxing. So I'm gonna have another sip just to get a little bit, onto the crunk side. The uh, the overwhelming sensation is one of peacefulness and calm, and you keep your wits about you. You've got, full mental abilities. I mean, as long as you don't go too far. You know when you've gone too far in the crunk if you start to get double vision, as if you were only able to see if you closed one eye. Like, and you also can see it in other visual disturbances aside from double vision. You get some visual distortions and things move a bit. When it's in the harmless phase, you would just see minor sort of trails. You see, if I move my hand like that, you would see just a little after image, and that's actually not bad if that's happening. The signs to slow down are if you get things shifting when you look at them, or things are blurry, or obviously if you have trouble seeing it unless you cover one eye. The other thing to watch for is you never want to stand up quickly if you're crunk. Just like with all sorts of other things, you get, rush to the head and you can fall and you can hurt yourself, and that's not something you want to do. Crunk is about being happy and being smart. Typically the way they do it in the South Pacific is you drink early, you go to bed early, and you wake up early. And that's the way I live. I drink Kava every day, and I get up at 6:30 every day. After 8 hours of sleeping, I feel rested, and Kava is a big part of that. So anyway, the ethics of crunk are that you've got to be safe. You don't want to abuse it. You don't want to go to the well too often either, because for one thing you'll get dermopathy, Kava dermopathy, also known as the Kava skin. It can also lead to styes in your eye and a number of other annoying things, including actual pain. If you get your skin cracking from dermopathy, it can be quite painful. Now, it's not a permanent condition. It goes away very quickly, within a matter of a week or two if you simply stop drinking Kava, apply lotion. Also, when you do crunk, you've got to increase the amount of water that you drink because it's very dehydrating, Kava. I put lots of ice in the Kava. It improves the taste of the Kava, and I hydrate while I'm drinking the Kava, so it's sort of the lazy man's way of doing it. But also I like it that way. I drink Kava using a bombilla, a metal straw. It's got a web at the bottom that acts like a kind of filter, so that I'm not drinking hard and digestible particles of the medium grind, just the soft parts with the cavalactones that you want in the suspension. Well, I thought I'd have a lot more to say, but that's pretty much it. Just don't go ape on that stuff, folks. You want to treat it with a lot of respect. Enjoy it. Make sure you have a copacetic setting. Not very stressful. Preferably something to sit in that's comfortable, and then you can do a lot of things. Play video games and hang out with friends, and even go to shows or go dancing or whatever. But the best thing of all is to just sit quietly and do what they say in Islam is Haram Sing Song Blam Kava, which is, you can take that a couple ways. Usually people see it as listening to the Kava, and that's a good expression. Or you could just say it's just feel the Kava. I mean, you sit down and you can actually feel it, in your shoulders. It kills minor aches and pains when it comes in, and you just get this very soft feeling in your head. It's cozy, and it feels right. And if it ever doesn't feel right, then you're doing it wrong. And the best thing to do then is just stop drinking the Kava. Drink some water, but not too much, and lie down, and preferably go to sleep and wait for the feeling to pass, which it will. If you over crunk, you'll be better within a matter of at most a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours. It passes through your system fairly quickly. The crunk itself starts, if you imagine a curve starts off like this, going up, and then it goes on down, and just sort of stays at a plateau of mellow after a bit. And you can restart it by drinking some more Kava, or you can just ride it out and enjoy it. It's much like a wave. You can go surfing for a few waves, or you can just go for one good one, or whatever. Just try to remember that Kava's a really beautiful thing, and we want to honor it and do justice by it. That's why we want to use techniques to get the most out of it that we can, so we're not wasting any. And we want to try to make sure that we're enjoying it and giving it its full attention while we're enjoying it. And that's pretty much all I have to say, except when you drink Kava, you think about the world and humanity with love. So I just wanted to say to the world and all the people in it, I love you, and talk to you some other time. Peace out.